So, hello aspirants, today we shall be discussing question number 2 of GS paper 2 2024. So, our question is, we have to explain and distinguish between lok adalats and arbitration tribunals. This is the first part of the question. Second is, they are asking whether they entertain civil as well as criminal cases. So, we have to answer two parts. First of all, we have to explain and differentiate between them, and second thing is, we have to tell whether both of them entertain civil and criminal cases or not. Okay. So, let's start with the basic structure: introduction, body and conclusion. So, in introduction, you can give an introduction like which will include both arbitration tribunals also and lok adalats also. Okay. And in body part, first of all, you will explain about these two bodies, along with you will differentiate between these two bodies and whether they entertain civil as criminal cases, and then we will conclude our answer accordingly. Okay. So, let's start with introduction. So, see what are lok adalats and arbitration tribunals? Basically, they are part of alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. Alternate dispute resolution mechanism. Why are we saying them alternate? Because here the disputes are resolved outside the conventional courts. Outside the conventional courts, when we resolve the disputes, we call them as alternate dispute resolution mechanism. So, see, though these both are part of ADR, but still they differ in their functioning. That's why UPSC has asked the difference, right? So, you can introduce your answer in this way. Now, coming to the body part. So, in body part, basically you have to differentiate also and you have to explain also. Okay. So, here we will write about lok adalats and here about arbitration tribunals. So, first of all, let's start with the acts, under which act they are formed. So, lok adalats are formed under Legal Services Authority Act. Legal Services Authority Act of 1987. Okay, so these are the statutory bodies. Also, arbitration tribunals are formed under Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. So, basically these are also quasi-judicial. These are quasi-judicial bodies. Okay. Now, second point what we can say is that lok adalats are informal arrangement for resolving the disputes. Informal arrangement. Why I am saying it as informal? Because what happens in lok adalat, no? For example, there are two parties, party A and party B. So, here actually the resolution of dispute is through compromise. Means it's not like for two parties A and B, there will be a third party who will declare the decision that this is the final decision for the two parties. It doesn't happen here. Here the two parties have to reach to an agreement. For example, if there are allegations from party A on party B, so party A has to agree to drop the case and resolve the case through mutual agreement. So we can say here that cases are resolved through mutual agreement. That's why we say that it is an informal arrangement. Okay. But here it is a formal arrangement only. Why we are saying it is a formal arrangement? Because here whenever there is a dispute between party A and party B, so there is already a contract. Means before coming to the arbitration tribunal, they have already agreed to a contract that whenever there will be dispute between both of us, between two parties, so we will be dealing with as per the contract. Okay, so here what is happening? There is a third party, that is the arbitrator. So here is party A, here is party B. So finally the arbitrator will give a decision for party A and B. So basically it is a very formal arrangement because there is a contract also everything is happening based on the contract. No contract is here. And the second thing is there is a third party, that is arbitrator, who will give the judgment. Okay. Now, okay, compromise and this. Now, third thing is here in Lok Adalats, whenever the parties bring any issue in Lok Adalats, no, so no, it can be possible that that issue is already going in court. And it can also be possible that it has been not brought before the court and it has been brought before Lok Adalat. So we call it as pre-litigation stage. Whether it is going on in court or it is at pre-litigation stage, it can be easily dealt under Lok Adalats, right? Now, talking of some of the examples. So if see these points, no, anyone can write these points easily because no, these are part of textbook only. But the point is, the points which will differentiate you from other students whenever you substantiate those points or whenever you give any data or example. For example, if I am talking about Lok Adalats, no, so you can give any example. For example, in 2023, no, there was a session of National Lok Adalat, and under this Lok Adalat, more than 10 lakh cases were settled. So you can easily give this example, no, because this is reducing the burden on courts only. Now, if I am talking the example of arbitration tribunals, no, so here there was famous arbitration award. There was famous Future Group Arbitration Award. It is a very famous commercial dispute. So I want you to read about this dispute. It is very famous commercial dispute and it was resolved in Singapore Arbitration Tribunal. So what we did, we have given example of both these parts. Okay, now we have explained also and differentiated also. Now the second part is whether they entertain civil or criminal cases. So see, kind of this is also a differentiation between them, but if UPSC has asked separately, then we will answer separately. So if I am talking about Lok Adalats, no, so they deal with civil cases. In civil cases, we can include all the matrimonial cases or if there is any property dispute, these all cases. And they also deal with criminal cases, but not all criminal cases, only the cases which are compoundable in nature. What I mean by compoundable means the two parties are in the mood of compromise, means there will not be any final judgment. Both the parties have to compromise and have to reach on a decision. So only compoundable criminal cases can be dealt under Lok Adalat. Okay, now talking about arbitration tribunal, so they deal only with civil plus commercial disputes, and there will be no dealing in the criminal disputes. Okay, and after giving this example, no, in the explanation and differentiation, you can write one more thing, that the award given by Lok Adalat is final and binding. Means the parties have to agree to the award of whenever the compromise is reached, no, so that decision will be final and parties have to stick to it. And the second thing is they can't appeal in higher courts for this. But in the case of arbitration tribunal, no, though the award is binding on both the parties, but if they are not satisfied with the award, no, they can appeal in the higher courts. Okay, so basically in this table, no, we differentiated also and we explained also both these bodies. Okay, and after this we addressed the second part, whether they deal with civil and criminal cases or not. Now coming to the conclusion part. So see, conclusion, as I have already discussed, it must be forward looking only. So no, conclusion is very easy. You can easily say, no, since they are part of alternate dispute resolution mechanism. So they help high courts, supreme courts and district courts to reduce the backlogs. And if you know the data, you can quote here that, for example, at present more than 4.7 crore cases are still pending in the courts. So this will help to reduce the burden and ensure speedy justice delivery. Okay, so I think we addressed all the three parts of the question, and that's it from my side.